I'm Sky, and we are back with another Check Your Potential interview. Today, I'm sitting down with multi-platinum producer Jimi Kendrix. What's going on?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. How you been?
Good. I mean, a lot of moving around, a lot of transitions with life, family.
Okay.
Music is going good, so I'm good. I'm alive. I'm blessed.
Listen, you can't complain. We're here. We're breathing, right?
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing I want to get into, we know at MicrophoneBully your catalog and your history in this industry, in this music industry. But for those who don't know, let's break down just some artists that you worked with to date, that you have produced music for to date.
To date, say Jay-Z,
Yeah.
Ja Rule, Ashanti, Tupac, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Rick Ross, Jadakiss, Dipset, Patti Labelle, my god sister Kelly Price,
Yeah.
Frankie J, Ruben Studdard, Foxy Brown, Little Kim. I'm not gonna keep going. The list goes on and on from there. Charlie Wilson. I also played drums for Charlie Wilson as a drummer, toured, wrote songs for Ashanti's project, for a bunch of people. But like I say, the list goes on and on. I think you get the point.
Light flex.
I try not to be flexing. I just try to be honest, but sometimes it come across as flexing. But
no, to me, you're one of those producers who I feel like you're almost like touchable. Like they can not access you, but they can learn from you. And, you're there for them to see, just the journey of where you've been. Now, out of all of those artists you've worked with, I need to know, how is it working with an artist like Patti Labelle? Because she is a legend. Auntie Patti is a legend.
Auntie Patti's dope. I think she probably was one of my top 3 artists to work with. And it wasn't just because of the music that we did, it was also because of the things that we did not in the studio. You know what I mean? Like, she cooked for me. We stood in the studio, she kicked off her shoes, we drunk Coronas together and talk about life. The cooking thing was it for me. Like, that was amazing.
Yeah.
That really,
what did she cook?
Collard greens, mac and cheese. She had fish, she had chicken, she had salmon. She laid the whole candy yam. She had the whole thing raw. And this is before I knew. This is even before I knew Patti, the cooker, the Patti's pie. I didn't know anything about that. Yeah. But looking back now, I'm like, wow, I was that much honored that she fed us, and we got a chance to produce her project.
Wow.
So that was one I always remember, because that was one of my mother's all-time favorite artists.
Mine too. No, come on now. When we're talking about Patti Labelle, we are talking about somebody that's unmatched.
Yes.
She's just somebody that we protect Auntie Patti.
Yes.
Because that is one of our legends.
Yes. She's
now,
royalty.
When it comes to working with some other artists, like the Ashantis and the Jay-Z's, what are some things that you took from those sessions or from working on those projects or songs with them?
I think one of the big things that I took from working with artists like that is, even for being a new artist, it is very important to know how to run and control your sessions. Because when they know that you know what you're talking about, they'll sit in the shotgun and they'll let you drive, and they'll take more criticism, they'll take more input from you. But if you're the quietest one in the room, as a producer, you've lost control. So when artists feel like they can't, that the person that's driving is not sure, then they're not going to be sure. Yeah. So as a producer, your confidence is just as important as your gift and your talent. So they work hand in hand. And for Jay-Z to even want me to be in a room when I did it my way, that spoke volumes, because Jay could have did the record by himself. Yeah. And I would have been just as happy, but for him to text me like, look, come to Baseline Studios, yada yada, and I go there and he's there. He's like, yo, let's work.
Wow.
So that was one of my other dopest experiences.
And there's a lot of artists that will never get to work with Jay, because it's not like he does music regularly. So when he does, we pay attention. So for you to be able to work with him at that time in your career where you're growing.
Man, you've got to think about the amount of producers that Jay-Z had around him. Right. during that time, I mean, Swiss Beats, you had Pharrell, you had Tim, you had some of the dopest producers giving him records.
Yeah.
And for me to be able to get one of the slots that was amazing. Big shout out to Big Chuck, Drama Family. He was the one that connected that. So that was amazing.
Okay, now we've come so far when it comes to producing that now we have these situations where AI is getting involved. AI is creating melodies. They're doing songs where other people are doing different kind of genres. How do you feel about AI creating melodies for like the untrained producer?
I mean, it's really a handicap for them. It really kind of it takes away from them really using their actual gift and talent, pulling it out of them because it's right there. It can be generated just like that. So it's really like a cheat code in a way. But I mean, for those producers that have originality, that have a sound, that have a brand, it's flattering when you have technology that can really generate this type of stuff. But at the same time, it's like you don't really respect it as much. It's like, oh wow, Biggie has a new verse, and we all know Biggie didn't do it, and that just really takes away from the beauty of art. Is it manufactured? Is it, is the AI doing, the legwork? But for a lot of artists, it's like, I just feel like they're being cheated. Artists are being cheated. Producers are being cheated because you're not getting a chance to really experience that experience with those artists back then. You know what I mean? Being able, Tupac was one of the only artists I didn't get a chance to work with because he passed away, but I was able to get his masters and actually hear him on these acapellas and then build records to it.
Around it, right.
So that was amazing. But AI, that's a whole nother level. Like that just goes to a whole nother level of just where technology has just overtaken the industry.
So you would never use it if it simplified your producing process. If something that took you, let's just say 15, 20 minutes, AI could do in about a minute or two, would you use it?
I mean, for fun, yeah. I mean, that's only because I've already made my bones.
There you go.
I've already made my bones in what I do and what I've done. So AI cannot validate it. History can only validate it. And that's before there was AI. So all they can do is just do the fact check, like, oh, he been here, done that. So anything now that comes out, it's like you question, did you do it?
Right.
Or did AI do it?
Right. And that's the discrepancy there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Look, we have way more to come with Jimi Kendrix. You guys stay tuned. You're watching Check Your Potential.